designed for an adult audience. LoveLine may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised.
LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Hey, everybody. It's LoveLine, not just LoveLine, the best of LoveLine. I'm Adam Carolla. That's Dr. Drew. Don't bother calling, because you ain't going to get us. So enjoy a little of the best of LoveLine. Hey, everybody. It's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191. I got this thing. I think it's a splinter or something. It's like it keeps growing and stuff. I thought it was just a cut, but there's something in there. It's trying to push out my finger. And a splinter. It's a little pussy and please, it's fine. But I mean, it's growing. You know, it's got a little energy to it. There's stuff that's dead, and then there's stuff that's alive. That's alive. You know, there's
infected.
There's like old zits and new zits.
That may be an infected cut.
Yeah, it's an infected cut because it was a scrape.
And there may be something.
Nothing went in there.
There may be something. In it, but it doesn't look like it though.
No, it's just a scrape. It's just infected cut.
Yeah.
All right.
Hot water, hot soaks.
Hot water, hot soaks.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good times. Good times. Neosporin. Yeah. All right. Let's talk to
Bactroban. If you got that, did I ever get you that?
Who? Bactroban.
Bactroban's good.
He was Aquaman's buddy. Who's Bactroban? What's Bactroban?
It's a good, really powerful topical antibiotic.
Yeah. What's Aquaman's buddy?
Bactroban.
What the hell is that? Like minnow or something? Joe?
Yes.
You're 23?
I sure am.
Yeah. All those guys had a young gay sidekick to make them look a little better. You know what I mean?
It's always like Batman and Robin.
Right. Even there was like Wonder Boy too or something. Superman had a sidekick too at some point.
And what did
go ahead, Joe.
Space Ghost? Who do you have?
Space Ghost.
Moltar.
Go ahead, Joe.
All right. Thanks for taking my call, guys. Hardly waited on hold at all. Anyways, I am in Vegas right now and just stopped off as I was driving across the country, and I had sex with a escort, and it was my first time ever having sex.
Oh, really?
Ever having sex, period.
Period, yes.
Wow. So you're 23. You were a virgin up until last night?
Up until 45 minutes ago.
45 minutes ago?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right. And did you enjoy yourself?
I guess not as much as I had expected or had built it up to be.
How come?
I guess it was, I wasn't unsure what the physical sensation would be, and it was not quite what I had expected.
Yeah.
It was enjoyable, but not mind-blowing.
Did you wear a condom?
Yes.
Yeah, you gotta wear a condom.
Good.
And what about the woman? Were you attracted to her?
She wasn't the woman in the picture on the website, but she was not bad looking. She was good looking.
That chick never seems to be around.
Yeah, I wasn't too surprised.
Yeah, but you were attracted to her.
Yeah, she was. I mean, definitely had a great body.
Yeah, and now did you fall in love with her?
Oh, absolutely not.
All right, there wasn't any, once in a while, especially when you've had a lot of love to give for many years.
Yeah,
build up.
That's what I was afraid of, and I'm glad that didn't happen. But
all right, and so what you had intercourse.
Yes.
You get any oral sex?
Yeah, first the oral, then the intercourse.
Yeah, that's nice. Oral with the condom?
Yes.
Yeah, seems bizarre.
Yeah.
But
I wouldn't have had it any other way with the escort.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they could probably ply me with a little Jägermeister, and that condom might come off with the oral.
Well, what's your question?
Me. Yeah.
Well, I've been seeing a therapist back in Charlotte, where I'm moving from for the last 4 or 5 months, and I guess one of the main topics and one of the reasons I went to therapy was the fact that I've had very little success in the area of female relationships.
Well, you just nailed a hooker. Come on, how badly could you be doing?
And I think on the long drive out towards California, I kind of had a lot of time to myself and time to think, and I decided I kind of just wanted to get this, I guess, monkey off my back of still having my virginity at this age.
Yeah.
And I decided to kind of pull the trigger.
All right. All right. Well, now, why do you think you were a virgin up until the ripe old age of 23?
Right. I wish I could answer that question. It's, I mean, I think I'm a pretty confident guy in every area except for with females. Definitely confident at work and confident in my academic life. But
Let me
now
explain. Hold on a second. Let me explain something about how women work.
Yeah.
Once you start to spiral a little bit, you get punished
Yeah.
for it sexually. I mean, you don't get stuff. The guys who, you could have been walking down the street and fallen into a giant vagina when you were 15 and a half, and you would have been paid with more sex by those women in your school and around you. When you got that sort of stink of the guy who can't score, it becomes
A self-fulfilling prophecy.
and it
almost.
becomes like an unspoken collaboration between all women of world. Like, hey, we got to now keep this guy virgin until he's 70.
Isn't that weird? What
Yeah,
is that?
it is weird because as a guy, you find a woman, like, you find the, male version, a female version
You're
of Joe.
striking. You're like,
They do that, with guys, you'll hear that. You go, well, I've been told I'm attractive and I'm a good student and I make a decent living and I'm athletic and I just haven't been able to put anything together. That does not exist in the female world. There's no attractive, athletic,
but
a
let's think about
well-to-do
it.
woman who can't get laid.
What that must mean, though, see, for the woman, the reason that there's no such version of that is that she doesn't have to put forth any drive.
Right.
She has to just not say no.
Just to field offers. Yes.
Yeah, and not fend them off.
Right.
And it's game on. But for a guy, they've got to institute a behavior, a drive.
Right. So if their
that means-
confidence,
well,
right.
no, that means he's not doing any of that.
Well,
You got to do a lot of that.
it's a couple of things. A, their confidence is not great, so it makes it difficult to execute that. B, the women have that unspoken thing where they have that, he has the stink.
No, I
of a
understand that's
loser
all
on
there.
him.
So, and he may behave in a way that sort of makes that even more apparent.
Yes, but the stink of a hooker is more attractive
Yeah.
to other women than the stink of a loser.
Yeah,
Isn't that great?
yeah.
Joe,
Yes.
what do we want women for? That should be the topic for tonight. We should focus on cars and sports and call it a life. Joe, you could be our accountant or something. All right, so look, so now you went and got it over with.
Yeah.
Fine, it was enjoyable, but not the experience it had been built up to be. And it's never going to live up to that
Right.
because you've been thinking about this since, you were 15. So fine, you got it over with.
That was good.
Now, you feel like you have a little more momentum because you have the sort of stink of the virgin off you. You've lifted the curse, and you can go out and be with a woman. Don't tell her you're with a prostitute, ever. None of them. Do you understand?
Yeah.
It's
you
un-
guys
it's-
are the only people I plan on telling.
Thank you.
Good.
It's unnecessary.
Yeah.
It's absolutely unnecessary. People think they need to come clean with that kind of stuff. No. You freak a chick out.
Yeah.
Chicks get freaked out. I mean, Drew, you made that mistake, right?
What?
Telling the old lady about the gal.
The professional?
Trip to Indonesia.
Never did that.
No, never did the prostitute.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, me neither. What are you gonna do,
Something wrong with this?
Drew? Why not you? As a man of such extreme passion.
I guess it never really crossed my mind.
Really? Okay.
Thank goodness, because that was back in the day of AIDS and things like that.
Yeah.
Where people weren't really.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. Sophia,
Yeah.
you're 17.
Hey guys, you guys are awesome. First of
Thanks, baby doll. What's
all,
up?
To sum it all up, I got kicked out of my Catholic all-girls school this year, my senior year.
Yeah.
Stuck in a mental hospital for a week, and let's see, I got kind of pissed off with everything, and I flew to Massachusetts, stayed there for 3 months, got introduced to the wonderful world of drugs.
What were you doing in Massachusetts?
I had a friend that lived out there, and she moved here like a week
You had
after I came
You had a
back.
what?
Friend that lived
Oh,
out
that's
there.
the son.
Yeah,
Your friend. How do you afford to fly out there?
Yeah.
Your parents have money?
I had
Yeah,
money saved up.
All right.
Oof.
All right. So you flew out to Massachusetts and you're calling from Los Angeles.
Yeah, I came back like 2 months ago.
Your parents live in Los Angeles?
Yeah, they do. I made up this whole lie to them, and my friend's mom went along with it, that I was going to live with her and her parents. And,
All right.
yeah,
All right.
but-
So you went there and you just started doing drugs.
yeah.
And now what?
And now I'm back, and I am on my hunt for coke here. I got introduced to crystal meth, And I
Crystal
really-
meth.
What
I
is
don't know.
that?
I don't believe I know what that is. What is crystal meth?
Yeah.
Speed.
Well, now I'm just kind of wondering what the long-term effects of it is, basically.
Well, there are multiple levels to that question.
Speed is the nastiest of all drugs, I think.
Yeah.
It really, you see these emaciated people, they're chain smoking, they're picking at themselves.
Yeah, it causes a
It's-
picker
It's
syndrome.
my
just
favorite so far.
It's a super white, trashy drug.
Well, eventually you will become paranoid, and you will begin believing that friends, family, coworkers, neighbors are plotting against you, or going to have you arrested, or going to have you killed, or something, and you will potentially become violent in response to all that. That's number one. Number two, you are in the process of developing a severe addiction, which is a potentially fatal and a progressive illness.
How addicting? Where does speed rank with Coke?
It's not as rapidly addictive, but it's more subtly and perniciously addictive. In other words, cocaine, fast addictive. Speed, once you get going with it, it's very hard to stop. Very hard.
Yeah.
And finally, and the more serious issue with speed is that it actually carves out, I'm trying to think of a dramatic way to say this. If I were to do CAT scans or PET scans on your brain, I would see areas of holes in your brain, where the mood centers were, where the memory centers are.
Yeah.
So the sign that you're going to have chronic
A lot of chicks have that where the math used to be.
Yeah,
well, that math
this is actually
gone.
the mood problem, which makes it even worse.
I don't know what to
memory
do
problem.
because I got put into a mental hospital for a severe depression, suicide attempt after I got kicked out of school. No, that was actually during school. But now, as sad as it sounds, I am such a better person on meth, like in every way possible. I know it's really sad, but it's really true. Like I can function so much better on it.
It's your perception, and in fact, the reason people do drugs in the first place, in all cases, is that they work. They make you feel better, and they make you function better, and then they don't. And when they don't, you can't stop.
That's when you stop.
And that's what addiction is.
All right. So, you got to get some help, baby doll.
People don't do drugs because they don't work. They do them because they make them feel better, make them function better, make everything better for a short while. And then the house of cards collapses.
Yeah.
Mixing antidepressants and like stuff like that, is that bad in any way?
No, that's very healthy, very positive.
All right.
Oh, look, you got to get some help. What are you doing? Are you living at home? Did you move home?
Yeah, I'm living here at home.
All right. Hey, your parents don't see that you're on drugs?
No, not at all. They thought I was before when I wasn't, because according to them, if you're suicidal, you were crazy or on drugs.
Yeah. Well,
fantastic.
They may have a point.
Now I'm acting totally normal, and to them, I am like sober and.
Oh,
No, don't worry. You'll get paranoid
Get
soon
yourself
enough.
some help, please. Here's the thing, everybody. And by the way, I get one of these kids, I'm freezing them. You know, I'm
One of
freezing
your
them.
kids?
Yeah, I'm dipping them in liquid nitrogen, and that's it.
Yeah.
I can't be brought up. Maybe manslaughter. I believe if I move to Nevada, I'm trying Nevada, I will not be convicted. Maybe I get like involuntary manslaughter. I do 18 months. Meanwhile, the kid
For freezing a kid?
isn't. Well, the kid will be in a state of suspended animation,
But
not dead.
Oh, I see.
Not dead. The heart may stop beating, but the soul does not die.
Right.
By the way, the kid's 16, 17, good as new. We bring the kid back when, we have some drugs to straighten him out.
Right.
That's going to be my plan. Because, if I get one of these daughters that's just, I hate you, and I got to do, it starts looking like Avril Lavigne and doing speedballs. I'm going to have to kill myself, Drew.
Yeah, you will.
I don't know what to do.
You will.
I got to hire someone to I will stage a takeover gang-like attack on my home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Scare the bejesus out of her. Maybe give her like a pistol whip, something. I don't know what the hell to do.
She'll use more. That's clear that you don't know what to do.
Yeah, I'm going to freeze her.
Yeah.
I'll have to freeze her.
That's a better idea.
I hate you, Danny.
Here's the good news. You won't get any of that.
Oh, no, I
But
won't.
your wife.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, my kids are going to know. They'll be scared. A healthy fear. A healthy fear.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with a little respect for the elders, Drew.
Let's see.
All right, she's got to get into some rehab or something,
Yep.
yeah?
She's treatment, absolutely.
Oh. All right, and here's what we're saying. This is the essence of the show, besides me complaining about traffic laws in this city. We talk to people at 16, we talk to people at 23, we talk to people at 35. We see where it's going.
Yeah.
You don't have to quit whatever you're doing at 17. You can string it out for a few years. Yeah, maybe you get raped a time or two because you're hanging around with drug addicts and you're in places you shouldn't be at the wrong
Brain
times.
damage gets worse.
You get a little bit of brain damage, so you got to get on some mood stabilizing stuff when you're a little bit older, and you end up getting a few skeletons in your closet. Maybe you gave a homeless guy a handy to get a hit or something. There's a couple little things, and then in worst case scenario, you find Jesus Christ. Then your life's really over. But you screw up, you get a couple of wrinkles and maybe a scar and maybe a little hepatitis and some pink eye, and then 5 years later, all you do is drink 3 pots of coffee a day and chain smoke. And if you're lucky, you're still alive.
At meetings, hopefully.
Yeah, and your parents aren't. You've burnt a few good bridges. All right, you could do that. You could spend the next 5-6 years doing that, or you could just sort of fix it now.
Yeah.
Just get to it now.
And have a life.
And have a life.
I mean, really, at 17, you're on the launching pad, and that trajectory is not going to be too pretty.
All right.
If you let it spiral.
Jose?
Oh, yeah.
You're 17?
Yeah. Yeah, I got a... Oh, this question was for Dr. Drew.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got a problem with my penis. It's like, there's like brown spots on it, and I was wondering if it was like a disease or something. I should go get it checked out by a clinic or something like that.
Are you sexually active?
That's your balls, by the way. I thought that myself. Are you active sexually?
Nah, not really.
So how would you have gotten a disease?
No, I was just wondering if it was or not, like...
Well, how would you have gotten one? Let's just use some logic for a second.
I don't know.
Well, have you been sexually active in the past?
Nah. I just masturbate sometimes, but...
Yeah. Yeah, you know where that hand's been.
Yeah.
That hand could have been with many other people. And let me tell you something. When you beat off, Drew, you are with every partner that hand has been with.
Yeah.
When you don't wear a gardening glove. Do you understand, Drew?
It's devastating. Yes, I know.
Okay, put it this way. Hold on a second. Every guy you've ever shaken hands with is putting his hand on your dork when you masturbate.
Disgusting.
Yeah. I'm left-handed, though.
Oh, that's why.
So I shake with my right, I jack with my left. Thank you very much. You see what my logic is. But you righties, and I know Chris, he's an orthodox jacker, right, Chris? Yeah.
Suddenly he's not so anxious to talk on the radio. Sure.
Well, he's got to go home as folks are listening.
Just his mom.
Mijo, what are you doing in there? Nothing! I know what goes on at that house. No, the mom's Italian.
That's right.
The dad's the Mexican. All right, so Jose. That's right. Jose.
Yeah.
You're fine. It can't be a venereal disease because you haven't had sex.
It was like maybe like a birthmark or something, kind of something like that, maybe.
Yeah, but Jose, you're not even describing to me what we're talking about. All I know is it's something.
It's like
colored.
brown spots, like on my penis.
Yeah, well, that doesn't help. If you want somebody to evaluate it, go have it evaluated just to be sure. But
yeah, go to the doctor.
You have no
fine.
idea how vague
it's a
that
little skin
is.
discoloration.
Yeah, it's probably nothing.
Let me give you my 3 stages of mijo. I've not done this one in a while. Somebody at the office wanted me to do this the other day, and it reminded me. Okay. This is Chris's mom. Engineer Chris's mom calls him mijo, as you know. And this is her. And this is the 3 mijos. Okay. The first one is she's come back from the market. She's gonna make Chris some menudo. That's his favorite.
Is it that, or she wants help taking the groceries up?
She's just announcing her arrival.
Okay.
She's in a good mood.
Okay.
She's going to make Chris some what I say
menudo.
Menudo. No, it's his favorite dish. So
she's Italian.
Don't screw up the story.
Okay, all right.
She calls him mijo. So she comes. He's got some Mexican in him.
Yeah.
It's funnier if it's his mom.
Okay.
So she walks through the door.
Okay.
And this is the first mijo.
All right.
Mijo! That's I'm home.
Okay,
That's how
good.
she's announcing her arrival.
Good.
Now it's a little bit dark. She sees his bicycles in the driveway.
Oh, yeah.
The lights should have been on by now. He's usually watching TV in the living room.
Oh, she's coming home. There's all three coming home.
It's all still. Now she's walking through the house.
Yeah.
She's going further. She's gone down the entry hall.
House, yeah.
She's still holding the bag of groceries, but it's gotten dark outside. No one's turned the lights on.
Yeah.
Now we get the suspicious one. Meho? This is what's going on. Is he here? Is there foul play afoot?
Who?
Now she goes up the stairs, opens Miho's door.
Oh my God!
We see she's still holding the groceries. We see at our point of view is behind the swinging legs of Miho's. He's hung himself, but we see her as the legs go by.
Just even worse. He's
autoerotic asphyxiation.
Okay.
She drops the groceries in slow motion. We see the eggs and the tomatoes. So smash it on. And then this is the third one. Miho! So those are the three.
3 stages of Miho.
Yeah. That's what happens.
Good. Very nice.
All right. So should I go through them again?
No, I got it.
We got it? Okay. Well, take ourselves a little break. And when we come back, we're going to speak to Tim, who's 17, has a theory about Kurt Cobain's death. Be prepared for disappointment, folks. That's all I can tell you. Listen, I will be happy if it's a well-constructed sentence.
I'll be happy if the theory is
coherent.
Just his heart stopped beating.
Okay.
Just some matter-of-fact theory.
How many theories have we heard on this show since we've been here, since I've been here?
Yeah.
Several hundred?
Oh, yeah. And they've been all just clairvoyant. Theory, unfortunately, does not even begin to approximate a definition of what these things actually were.
All right, well, this will be good. Yeah. All that after this.
Thank you for calling LoveLine. Your call will be answered in the order it seems interesting.
Call LoveLine. 1-800-LOVE-191.
This portion of LoveLine is sponsored in part by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. Safety belt enforcement is not about tickets, it's about saving lives. So remember, click it or ticket.
What is happening?
Yeah.
I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Drew cruising the internet, not listening to the spirited conversation Engineer Chris and myself are having.
It was riveting. We were talking about Chris becoming your houseboy, your ward.
Yeah, take care of you.
I see you two like Batman and Robin.
Him following me around. I'm wearing my house coat and slippers. I've taken to smoking a pipe now. He's following me around, and I'm saying things like, take a note. Take a note. He's got a scratch pad. He's writing stuff down.
I was just
Yes?
thinking about how your wife's going to like all that.
He loves a good boy.
Yeah.
He's like a young me.
Yeah, she's alone a lot.
Kristen?
Yes.
You're 19?
Yes.
Yes. You have to turn your radio down, please.
Okay, it's down.
Okay, what's up?
Is Adam?
Yes.
Okay, I was just calling because every time a girl sounds even remotely stupid or she says the wrong thing, you ask her if she's in junior college. And that's so terrible because I go to junior college, and we're not all stupid.
Hold on. Quiet down.
She didn't qualify, so we're not
Hold on 1 second. First off, you said every time a girl does this. That's probably
more guys
than girls.
You think so? Because
yeah.
I see you guys almost every night.
Right.
It's like every girl's like, hey, are you in junior college?
Well,
you maybe because that's sort of your issue, and so you hear it.
This is a very interesting point, which is when people
people listen to the radio.
Hold on a second. I'm putting her on hold because her line is so effed up. But people hear things, have a certain amount of momentum with it. This is where all the a-hole letter writers of the world come in, and this is why they need to be ignored. She hears me making fun of girls almost exclusively for going to junior college when it's 65-35 guys, maybe 60-40. Mainly guys, actually. More so. Lion's share of it is guys.
Yep.
And I'm not saying that to defend myself. It doesn't really matter.
That's the way it is.
It's just the way it is. The last one happened to be a gal, but it's mostly guys. Kristen?
Yeah.
All right. Boy, you got a junior college phone there, too.
I'm sorry. I was just driving home. I love you guys. I think you're so great.
Thanks,
the only
baby
thing I was going to say is it would be so cool if
you could give us a little bit of credit every once in a while.
Well, now, wait a minute. He does give credit on certain fronts. One is, do you go to nursing school?
No.
Here's what you... Okay, I'll give you my junior college exceptions.
Okay.
Here they go. Here they are. Nursing school, something very specific. You're not there for general education. You're there to get whatever that degree you need to get your nursing certificate. RN. That's your degree.
Yeah.
You get an RN degree, or you become an RN?
You get an RN.
They call it an RN degree?
There's a BS RN. There's a bachelor's degree in nursing, but it's RN.
So you go in there, get specifically going for something.
Yeah.
Number two, crazy nationalities moved in this country. You were like a doctor wherever you were. You came here. You got to get you got to bone up for the boards.
Yeah.
Fine. There's that. There's the almost any nationality I'll take. Yeah, I'll take almost anyone that comes to this country has got to get their bearings straight.
You have to be new to the country. We accept any nationality.
No, be nice to be new to the country.
How many months or years?
If you're third generation Korean, you got no excuse.
Okay. Well, your parents kill yourself, but
you got to come here. Yeah, your parents kill themselves too if you're third and you go to junior college. Okay, so crazy nationalities that come here from other countries. Yeah. Fine. Nursing school students, and then what I like to call then you got your athletes. This is just your stupid guy who couldn't make the grades, but he's a phenomenal basketball player, football player, is looking to transfer. That's fine. And then what I like to call your hard luck cases. This is the guy whose dad got pancreatic cancer his senior year of high school and had to drop out to basically go home and take care of the guy.
He's getting caught up.
He's caught up and pushed back. Yeah. His dream got delayed.
Diverted,
because of... He got into a skiing accident, a motorcycle accident. Something happened. Yeah. Tragedy. Yeah. He'll be back on track in another 10 months.
Yeah.
There's that guy. The rest of you're just crappy students.
Yeah.
And now you're like taffy. You're stretching this dream out so you can live at home for another 5 years. And then you got your extreme cases. You got my buddy John, who's now 40 and still going over to L.A. Junior College. You got people like my mom, who was going there until she was in her 50s. This becomes a way for society not to bother you. Now, here's the thing. If you're a 40-year-old guy and you've chosen not to work, society comes down on you. Like, hey, what are you doing? Chilling, hanging out. Hey, buddy, what's up? What are you, loser? Why don't you get your ass together? But you can go to college. I'm going out of college. Going out of college. Oh, okay, that's great. Yeah, I'm just doing some studying. I think it's, you're trying to further your education. I think it's fantastic. It's a way to get society off your back. I'm saying society should, unless you meet the criteria. Wacky nationality, nursing student. Now, if you show me a combination, you show me a Nigerian guy who's a star on the track team and trying to get his nursing certificate and transfer to UCLA on a track scholarship. Nah, that kid's cool. And his dad died in a civil war.
There you go.
Nigerian civil war. Just a few
that
years.
Kid's a hero.
He's in.
Not just cool.
He's golden. He's golden. All right. Stephanie?
Uh-huh.
You're 23?
Do what?
You're 23?
Yes.
What's up?
So I've been on birth control for 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just wondering, this last year I've had more problems with it than anything else. And I'm wondering if it's becoming ineffective or...
What do you mean is a problem?
Well, like I would say the last year I've had problems like just bleeding like nonstop. The past 3 weeks have been the worst. I have a different partner, and I've been tested for everything, and I've been on like the same pill, like I said, for 12 years, and I'm just wondering if that's wearing off, if I should try something else.
No, the bleeding has nothing to do with its effectiveness. Nothing.
Same pill since you were 11?
Yeah.
Why'd you go on when you were 11?
Step in.
I was having problems. I'd bleed for like 6 months at a time.
Okay, so you've got irregular periods. You already
right.
Know that kind of thing. So you're prone to this. So it's not about the pill. It's about you.
Well, then I'm worried because I've been on it, and they changed it from orthocycline to orthotricycline, and then just recently...
Wait a minute. You haven't been on the same pill. It's a completely different pill.
Well, I mean, like, it switched probably when I was in college, which was about 4 or 5 years ago.
I've
been on orthotricycline.
So
and it hasn't changed anything yet.
You've been on the same pill the whole time, except for half the time.
You've been on a
or
different
2/3 of the time you're on another pill.
I just figured they were kind of similar. Well, now my doctor's trying to put me back on orthocycline again.
Right.
And I'm wondering, well, I thought that...
You'll stop bleeding when... No, he'll stop bleeding and puts in the Stephanie. Oh boy, junior college. What do you think?
Oh, Drew, come on. You know I don't go there. Stephanie,
Huh?
junior college.
No, I went to a university and got a bachelor's degree.
Wow.
In junior college?
You gotta get your money back. Where'd you go? In Arizona?
No, I went to New Mexico State. It's in Las Cruces, New Mexico.
Wow. What'd you get your degree in?
Hotel, restaurant, tourism management.
Oh. Are those the Lobos or something?
They're the Aggies.
The Aggies. Who are the Lobos?
University of New Mexico.
Lobos are Albuquerque, UNM.
University of New Mexico.
I see. All right.
Look, the monophasic pill, the orthocycline, will probably stabilize things. Yes, you need to get on a different dose of estrogen, progesterone. You need to try some different things. The bleeding can have different meanings. Hopefully they're evaluating you for other things like thyroid conditions and whatnot to be sure there's not something else going on, but usually just a matter of finding a different dose pill. And if you were stable before on the single dose, the monophasic, then you go back to that. That's it, period. Intracycle bleeding, mid-cycle bleeding is part of being on the pill.
Hey, can we call it something other than bleeding? You know, we got to figure a period up and bleed. Let's get that. Like, for instance, I like spotting.
Yeah,
I like
mid-cycle
that.
spotting.
Mid-cycle spotting, I'm cool with that. I'm trying to think of some sort of euphemistic yet appropriate term for bleeding. It does. It always gives me a little
leaking.
I get kittens in my stomach when I hear about the bleeding. I'm feeling like in flow stuff too. Everything's just all the euphemistic stuff always bothers me now too. Sloughing.
Mid-cycle sloughing? Sloughage?
Because that's really what's going on, right?
Yeah, the uterine lining is sloughing.
All right. Let's go with sloughing. Neil.
Yeah.
You're 25?
Yes, sir.
What's up?
Well, me and my girl, we've been together for about 6 years, and for the past 5 years, we've been trying to have a kid without any success.
You've been dating how long?
We've been dating for 6 years, but
5 years. And she's how old now?
I'm 25.
She's how old now?
I'm 25.
Should I ask it again?
Let me try. He's how old now?
I'm 25 years old.
Oh, that didn't work.
I'm on a cell phone.
Oh, okay. Your girlfriend is how old?
Oh, she's 30.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so she's having fertility problems, as women frequently do when they get into their 30s.
She's had children before.
Right, and now she's getting older, and now she's starting to have fertility problems, as women frequently do as they get into their 30s.
But into her 30s, she's 30. She's had 3 kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, fertility problems?
Aging, yeah.
That does
Aging,
it.
yeah.
Even 30.
At 40, it's over pretty much.
I know, but that's
for some
10
women.
years from 30.
For some women, 30 they drop off. 35 they drop off a lot.
We've been trying to have kids since she was 26.
Well, that's a good point too. She's been
trying a while.
going at it for a while.
So have you been tested to make sure you're okay?
That's what I was asking. How do I go about that?
You talk to her gynecologist about it.
Really, about him?
Yeah.
That's not gay?
Well, they may send you to a fertility doctor, but
yeah, it could be you, Neil.
That's what I'm thinking, because when I was younger, I had a real bad infection on my foot, and I was given anabolic steroids to rebuild the tissue that I had lost.
No, that's probably not it. But anyway, you guys been going. How old are her kids, by the way?
She has 8, 5, and a 6-year-old.
And does
really need to have another kid?
Well, I think, and and I can kind of understand this, even though as a radio show host, I would like to get up on my high horse here, but he doesn't feel like those are quite his kids.
Well, get over it. He's signed on for this.
Well, I mean, Neil, that is good question, which is 3 kids, especially 8, 5, and 6. That seems like a handful.
Well, she doesn't have them. Her ex-husband has them.
Oh.
Ooh.
Where does he live?
He lives in Anaheim.
Uh-huh.
That's where she lives.
Does she see the kids a lot?
Oh, yeah.
What's the matter with her that she lost
me and
custody?
her, we go down and see the kids together and stuff. She goes sees them.
What's the matter with her that she lost custody?
She just wasn't in a stable home at the time, and she wasn't making enough money to support the kids.
She was the home. What's the matter with her that she lost custody of her kids?
She just didn't. At the time,
Neil,
her husband weren't getting along, I think.
Hey, Neil, what are you talking about? The husband would be supporting the kids. They stay with the mom. Why did she lose custody? There must have been some very, very egregious problem that she had.
Was she doing drugs?
No. She doesn't do any drugs. I mean, the only thing she does is smoke.
All right. Did the husband remarry?
Yes, he did.
I mean, there is occasion where the dad remarries, makes a good living, and says, "Look, I want to start the thing," and it's sort of mom's like, "All right, you got a better situation."
Yeah, but that's after a while. It's not right at the beginning.
Has he had the kids since the divorce?
No. For the first, they have like joint custody.
Okay.
All right.
It's like
it's making
40.
all right, making more sense now. All right, go to the fertility specialist.
There you go.
And Drew, you went to one, yes?
Absolutely.
I actually went to one too.
No way.
For a man show bit.
Oh yeah.
Beat off right into a cup.
Did you have the little room they send you to, and you hand across to the lab techs?
We timed it.
Oh, that's right. You and Jimmy were racing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One other thing that's bizarre. I'll tell you. I can give myself credit here.
No.
First off, it was a race to see who could produce a sample the fastest, me or Jimmy.
Yeah.
I won.
Nice.
I beat Jimmy. Now, here's the interesting thing. It was a race, and I'm a competitive guy.
Yeah.
I like a good deodorant commercial. I'll give 110% to just about everything I do, even if it's beating off competitively. I beat Jimmy, pardon the pun, in the race. But here's the deal. I came bursting out of the room. I had my pants around my ankles. Jimmy had put himself back together and burst out of the room about 5 seconds later.
Oh.
So if you sort of factor in the time it took him to pull his pants up and re-buckle his belt, probably came within about a second and a half,
so to speak,
of each other. And that time, 2 minutes 18 seconds.
Whew.
From the time it went running into the room.
That's crazy.
That's mic'd up with a female director standing out in the hall with a camera crew. Talk about concentration.
Ninja.
I'm a pro.
Ninja.
I'm a pro. All right. Let's take ourselves a little break. We'll be right back after this.
If you need help, hang up and then dial.
LoveLine. 1-800-LOVE-191. LoveLine will be right back.
This portion of LoveLine is sponsored in part by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. Safety belt enforcement is not about tickets, it's about saving lives. So remember, click it or ticket.
Hey, everybody. It's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. I'm tired from talking during the break. I'd like to just take this segment off, Drew.
I think I would love to do a show, just LoveLine breaks. Some of the best stuff goes on then.
Adam goes on
rants. A lot more of the F word than I think people think comes out of your mouth. Noticing that tonight.
That's why I should be commended for not actually using it on the air.
Yep, you're right.
And here's the thing. Everyone says, oh, well, I'm used to using it.
Right.
Like our listeners would work it in if they're, they could be speaking to the Queen and they would use the F word because like, oh, hey
sorry,
pardon me, you're a effing pontiff, but that's the way I speak. I couldn't help. Yeah, you can help. You have to listen.
You got to pay attention.
Yeah, pay attention. Carly?
Hello?
You're 20?
Yeah. Oh, my
What's
gosh. I love you so much. I can't even believe I'm on. I've been listening to you since I was like 14.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Well, I've never been in a real relationship before. I've only ever had casual sex and, like, just random, like, hookups, and it's getting, like, really old.
Why do you think you've not had a relationship? What's the problem?
What?
Why do you think that's the case? Why haven't you been able to have a relationship? If you've wanted one, why can't you have one?
I don't know. I think I have like walls that I like.
Where do those come from?
I don't know.
What do you mean walls?
Like
You should push it
sound
away.
like kind of like I'm kind of like sequester myself off from like a relationship. I think maybe because I'm afraid of getting hurt.
And where have you been hurt?
No, let's just get to it. Your dad split, or it was horrible,
No.
or what happened?
No, my parents were together.
Is your dad good? Do you like him?
Yeah, I love my dad. I mean, he's Irish and
Alcoholic.
he's really stubborn, but he's like a good dad.
Is he an alcoholic?
No.
No. Okay. All right. So, I don't know. What do you mean? You love him very much, but he's Irish and he's stubborn. What does that mean?
Well, we're complete, absolute opposites.
I love the way people just cover. They just won't get
I know.
good.
I know.
What am I covering?
It's like I'm or everything's a first date and we're trying to get a blowjob here. Hey, baby. Well, oh, no. Junior college. What? Oh, Hispanic studies. That's interesting. Very interesting.
Very interesting.
Very interesting. Can I have my BJ now? We got to talk. Okay, we'll keep talking. What? Oh, your cat talks to you? Or he thinks he's a dog? Oh, he thinks he's a person. Interesting. He thinks how do you know he's... Okay, because he does. He knows what you're thinking. Fantastic. Okay, can I have my BJ now? There's more. You want to talk about cheerleading camp from 9 years ago? That's great. Oh, Tammy was a bitch, was she? Jealous. I understand. Can I have a
I'm
BJ
sorry.
now?
What are you trying to get at here? You think my dad's like a bad guy?
Well, not necessarily a bad person, but was he abusive or rageful or something? What do you mean he's stubborn? What does that mean? You're different. What would happen?
There's like so many things that happen. I don't know. We get in fights all the time.
Did he ever hit you?
Oh, never.
He never hit you, but you'd have these sort of verbal fights.
Yeah.
Did he ever kick you out of the house or anything dramatic like that?
A couple times.
He kicked you out of the house.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Dad's an a-hole.
Well, probably.
Sorry, but he is.
Maybe Carly is too. But look, you guys had a tumultuous relationship, you and your father.
Yeah, but we still get along.
Okay, you get along. All right, I'm putting her on hold because I'm tired of her disagreeing. She had a charged relationship with her father.
Abusive.
Well, I don't know if it's abusive.
Oh, yes.
Listen, I've known her for 2 minutes. I want to abuse her. She's angry.
And you know what that means.
That means she's wrong, and I'm
no,
right.
It means she's an abuse victim. They evoke that in you like crazy.
That's true. I can always tell when I want to smack somebody. It means someone was smacking them before me.
That's exactly
it's
right.
It's like they warmed them up for me.
They are that victim.
They set the table.
They set the table, and you just knocked everything over.
All right. So Carly is in a lot of denial. She's sort of angry about it, and I think she's angry that anyone who goes scratching around or poking around.
Right. Men make her look at these things. He's a great guy. I'm sure, yes, you love your dad. I get that. But there has been some very serious dysfunction in your relationship with him. As such, it's been painful, and the possibility of future intimacy or any intimacy means pain. So you avoid it.
All right.
Natural enough.
Good.
If you want to have that in your life, you're going to have to do a little work.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right.
And I would bet Dad was an alcoholic, too. I bet that. I bet money.
Irish guy. Come on.
Rageful Irish guy.
Nah, next thing you know, you're going to be telling me American Indian string. Jesse?
Yeah.
You're 23?
Yeah.
What's up?
Well, my psychiatrist is prescribing medication to my father. It's called Ambien. He takes way too much of it.
To your father?
Huh?
He's prescribing Ambien to your father?
Yes.
Yeah. All
right.
He takes way too much of it.
How do you know how much he takes?
Well, I've watched him around the house. My mom counts his pills.
And how many is he taking?
He takes 3 to 4 milligrams a day.
Ooh.
How many?
3 to 4 pills a day, you mean?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And
that's a buzz.
40 milligrams.
You forget.
You've done that.
Okay, right. And, well, I've asked her to stop, and she refuses. And I just want to know, I mean, do you think that she has an obligation too?
The psychiatrist is a woman?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is your dad addicted or alcoholic in other ways?
Oh, yeah, he is.
All right. Well, this psychiatrist does not understand how to manage an alcoholic addict. Now, there may be other priorities in his psychiatric care that she's trying to attend to first. There are situations where it can be important, life-saving, stabilizing, to give people medications that might adversely impact their addictive disease if their psychiatric illness is such that they're in harm's way. Now, Ambien is not a medicine that typically sort of you would use for important reasons. And the fact that he's getting addicted to it, which is very common, it's just more, it doesn't really matter. He's just addicted. You guys are probably going to have to do an intervention and get him into some sort of inpatient treatment where he can be detoxified, because Ambien withdrawal is rather awful.
Oh, yeah?
It is.
Not
He
for
goes
me.
through it about every 2 weeks.
Yeah, well,
but I don't understand something. She gives him enough of this stuff to give him 3 or 4 pills a day? Isn't she aware of that?
She doesn't do that. She takes way too much of it.
Yeah, but why does she keep refilling it?
I don't know. You'd have to ask.
You know what you got to do, Jesse? Contact the pharmacy where he's getting these things.
Yeah.
Because they tend to have a little more ability to track these things. And let them, and if they know something like this is going on and they continue to fill it, they have a problem. So that might help out a bit. But really, get him into treatment. I mean, the bottom line, he needs to be in addiction treatment, and that's that. So.
Tell you, that Ambien is yummy. I love that stuff.
That's where you started talking about my scoring on your behalf. It was in relation to that drug.
Yeah. I missed that Ambien.
Yeah, sorry, buddy. I had to cut you off.
Got to score some more. Oh, don't worry.
You found another
I know
source?
Dr. Marcel. He's like Elvis's doctor. Whatever it takes. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever.
Just have the
I'll be there to...
Colonel calls him up.
I got a bed waiting for you.
No, you know what? I love that Ambien, and if you give me that Ambien, I'll eat it. But here's the thing, and then I'm out of it, and then I'm out of it. And then
for how long?
A couple hours, then I get the shakes. Go get some more. No, get out of it and don't think about it. Months.
I see what you mean. But, I mean, does it knock you out for a day or two after? I mean, does it affect your memory or any word finding?
I'm not as sharp as I normally would be, but I'm so much sharper than everyone else all the time that it really brings me down to normal level.
That's good. Well, you don't want to be normal.
And modest as well.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying it makes you it makes you a little goofy the next day.
I'm still back with the raping crimes and other crimes. All being the same.
You know, I got to tell you, Drew, just to be honest, is a guy who's never really felt like he's got a full night's sleep in his life.
Yeah.
And who likes to have a couple of pops before he goes to bed at night. Yeah. Maybe a sleeping pill or something like that.
Right.
I walk around all day, every day with a sort of quasi soupy head. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Just I can feel my head. A little wear on my forehead.
That's the sleeping.
Not thinking too clearly, not too sharp, but still can rally. You know what I mean? All right. Yeah.
I've seen it.
Yeah, I'm like a good athlete who doesn't train too hard and still can get by. Yeah, still get by. Yeah. And I mean, I'm just interested in getting by. I don't want to be that guy.
Oh, I understand that. I've seen that.
Thank you. All right, take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Okay, so I know there's nothing wrong with me. So what's up?
So I was like you, and I used to think that these Datelines were totally cheesy.
Why can't I meet anybody?
But I tried everything else and thought, what the hell? So I called the Dateline and actually met a cool guy.
I called the Dateline and I hooked up with some cool people.
Believe it or not, other normal people are out there looking too.
877-889-DATE.
1-800-LOVE-191. We'll be right back.
Buddy, LoveLine, Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Still plenty of show to go. We got a Germany or Florida coming up. We have Aces Ranchero Mexican Accordion Countdown coming up.
Lots of show.
Big show.
Huge.
We have to explain Hobo Power. Wow.
Inspiring.
Strong stuff. Makes you want to work. You want to hear the explanation for Hobo Power? We haven't discussed this in quite some time, which is many years ago, we decided that there should be a unit of measurement for stink, because there is a unit for measurement for almost everything. Or I should just say everything. They have different measurements for when you're in the ocean and when you're on land and when you're in the sky.
Mm-hmm. Pressures and directions.
There's PSI. There's British thermal units, right. BTUs for heat. There's every kind of measurement, but there's no measurement for funk. There's no measurement for stink. And people go, "Oh man, this guy farted. It was rank." But what does that mean?
Give me a quantitative number. Tell me, give me a scale.
That way you know that, when you open the old Chinese food that got left out in the fridge, or that fish that got left in a cooler for a whole summer that you didn't know, and you opened it up and it's all full of maggots and everything, you know that it wasn't just funky. There's a number you can put to it. The same way you know that if a guy got electrocuted, there's a difference between 110 volts and 220 volts.
Mm-hmm.
You hear 110, you go, "Ooh, that's smart." You hear 220, it's like, "Oh my God, That's how we got to do it with hobo power. Hobo power is a measurement, a unit of sting.
So when you say 85 hobo power, you're like, "Oh my God,
no.
How did you survive?"
There is no.
85 is okay. Hundreds are the one that's only theoretic.
That's theoretic. Okay, so here's how it goes.
85 is approaching death.
All right, let's see if we can break this down. What is just a garden variety fart that's got a little stink to it, but not too bad?
10 hobo. A good robust.
Good robust fart.
Yeah, a little in the bouquet. 8 to 10.
8 to 10 hobo.
Yeah.
Okay. What is something rotting? Like summertime.
That can get up towards 40.
Fish, something flesh.
Because it can make you retch. It can make you retch. Yeah, 50 is vomiting.
50 is vomiting.
Yeah.
100 is hypothetical.
I know what you're talking about. 100 doesn't exist. It's like absolute zero.
Yeah.
100 hobo is just a theoretical.
Right. No one's ever been there.
It's like infinity.
No one's been there and lived to talk about it.
Well, I think above 85, and they may not make it through.
All right. So you would say, what would you've done gynecological exams on homeless women in their 50s?
70.
Oh, really? Haven't taken a shower in a number of months?
Oh, yeah.
Really? 70.
It can physically knock you out of the room.
Really?
That's about a 65, 70.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And make you vomit.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's a psychological component to it. Because here's what I'm saying.
Well, you get fear. Fear starts coming in above 60.
Here's what I'm saying. If you were sitting in a restaurant and somebody took the vagina of the homeless woman who hadn't showered many years that you examined.
Who left a tampon in for 6 months? Oh yes.
And was and was waving it around your head.
The tampon or the vagina?
The vagina with the tampon while you're at the restaurant. You might say, please listen. You might say, someone's getting an anchovy pizza or something like that.
By the same token, it might make you retch more easily. Because you're sort of around food and eating, and the smells kind of may react more violently.
I don't know. There has been times when I've mistook ass for something else.
For what? Anchovy pizza?
No, just smells like certain things. Like at first whiff, will smell like something.
If you remember that pizza spill that you were cooking into the microwave last week,
right?
That could have easily been mistaken for ass. So it goes the other way too.
Okay, touche. So the point is hobo power is a unit of stink.
But we can talk sensibly about it by giving it a numerical value.
Right. 50 is vomiting.
That pizza was around 42 hobo power.
You get to, well, I wouldn't put it
38?
that high.
35?
Okay. Mid-30s. At 50, you're vomiting.
You're vomiting.
Okay. All right. At 100, you're dead.
The world comes, it is a black hole.
It implodes.
World
It implodes. Okay. All right. And at 110, Engineer Chris graduates from junior college. So it's actually a little bit further than the world imploding.
Nice.
All right, buddy. Here we go. Now it's all going according to plan. If your plan was never to graduate.
And so, it's not a descriptive term. So the 40 stalk of asparagus worth of acidic
my urine. Yeah, my urine
was a good 30 hobo.
Right.
I'd say.
But
it was not the same kind of putrid scent of the fish or the butt.
Yeah, here's the thing, too. You guys can't abuse the hobo power because if you just you start labeling every fart a 50, then it loses all reason.
No, it has to reflect reality.
Thank you. All right.
You have to vomit.
You have to vomit. All right. Where are we going? Talking to Claire? I'm going to do Germany or Florida.
All right, go ahead.
Germany or Florida. Here we go. Max.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Time to play a little something we call Germany or Florida.
All right. Okay, here's a story. A man was killing an unwanted litter of puppies with a handgun. When he placed the handgun down on the bench,
the puppy shot him. I heard about this one.
Stepped on it and shot him in the wrist.
Yeah, I remember this.
This was
Germany, wasn't it?
I think it was Germany. It was, or maybe it wasn't. I think it was.
We heard it twice, I think, even.
Did this one on the Kilborn show, or whatever the hell they're calling it.
You did?
I did a Germany or Florida on the Late Late Show.
And this was the one.
This was one of them, yeah. So we had this one. Now, here's the beauty of us.
Can't remember the
I did the show. I can't remember what it was. You know why? Because I think the audience picked it. And
but we'd done it on the show the night before this show, and my gestalt, my sense is Germany. That's my vague memory.
The handgun part feels Florida. The killing puppies part feels Germany. I think we're going Germany.
Adam struck down the perfect record. It's Florida.
Wow. All made even more insulting by the fact that I did this on national television 4 weeks ago.
The fact that it was such a prevalent story here would make you think U.S.
That's a good point. Although I know it seems prevalent. I only heard it because some PAs pulled it up over at, I keep calling it Kilborn, the Late Late Show.
It was all over the news here, too. But you know what? Since you got it right last time, it just cancels out. All
right. I broken even. Thank you. Thank you, Anderson. Claire?
The guy who did the Germany or Florida theme song is on there. Want to just get a rendition?
Theo.
Hey.
Hey, you're 27. You did the theme song for us?
I did indeed. I was actually disappointed that y'all didn't just play it. You played it the last few nights and given us so many compliments. I've been feeling all warm and fuzzy.
Why don't you just sing it?
I enjoy it. I don't think it's amongst Anderson's favorites. And you don't push Anderson.
I think when you said deceptively good, that was my favorite. That was my favorite description of what it was.
Well, here's why I call your Germany or Florida theme deceptively good, because it's not good,
right?
But yet you like it. So it's hard to argue with that. And when it comes to a song, you see, here's what I'm saying. It's like we're talking about. No. I got to talk to you, Drew. You can't say that about aircraft. You know what I mean? Like, I really enjoy this aircraft, although it's not a good aircraft. Right. That doesn't make sense. You can do it with stuff like, you can do it with like Hostess cupcakes and Twinkies and stuff, and McDonald's. You can do it with like fast food.
And some aesthetic thing.
Yeah, you go like, I know that McDonald's is not a good burger. I just like it.
Yeah,
that's
what it is.
This
it has the aesthetic value.
Yeah, this is not a good song and not a good theme song, but it gets under your skin and there's something catchy about it, which arguably is better than it being good. Good doesn't necessarily catch on.
And I was looking forward to a live rendition.
Okay. Theo, what do you think? What do you think, buddy? Okay.
Things are sick and twisted from too much sun and Nazis. Sex, meth, and death fetishes. Both of them have got these. Guaranteed not to bore ya. Germany or Florida.
Yeah, buddy.
Here's what I like about Theo's rendition. By the time he gets to that last refrain, he's cracking his own ass up.
Yeah.
You can feel the smile.
And he jumps right into it. There's none of that, well, it's pretty late over here in Virginia. I wasn't prepared. I didn't call. No, pow.
I have formal radio training, so I'm prepared for you.
You're a true pro. And Theo, what is it you said you did? I don't remember.
Well, I'm an amateur stand-up, and I do writing. And now, since I've talked to y'all last, I actually got a job in morning radio. I'm kind of a danger boy type guy.
Really? You go out on the streets and do stunts?
I go out and do all the dumb stunts I can get myself into.
Yeah. I remember you can get, let me say, hey, Theo?
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
God bless you.
Thanks for contributing to the show.
Well, hey, I have a new song for Ace's Accordion.
Oh, you do?
Countdown.
You do?
Oh, my God.
Wow. And you're going to sing it a cappella again?
Well, we got to play it as soon as he finishes the song, though.
Can I give him some music for backup?
Do we have... we don't know what kind of song it is yet.
I could do the song, and then y'all could just add some music to it as you found something appropriate.
That means work for me.
Okay. I mean, Anderson may have to move his finger.
Hey, just to let you know, Theo, I don't dislike your song. It's just hard to work it in because it's kind of longer, that's all.
All right.
But I just got that last one, and it's nice and smooth, so I think I'll use it more.
Let's hear what you got.
I was humming it the other day.
A new Germany or Florida theme. Well, I was humming the Pete Ellis Dodge theme. It doesn't mean I like it.
This isn't a Germany or Florida theme. It's an Ace's Ranchero theme.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, Ace's Accordion Countdown.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I want to cover all the games on the show.
Here we go. Well, let's hear it.
What ones we have?
14-9, immediately 2. What you gonna do? Mexican musicians breaking it down on Ace's Accordion Countdown.
Come on, Drew. Clap it up, buddy. All right. I think the bar was set so high with the Germany or Florida that it was tough to get.
But this one comes around though.
It's got potential.
Yeah, it's got potential.
You start off with a and then by the end it's like
that's what it means. Yeah,
right. A little Beastie Boys-esque. I didn't record it though. That's the problem.
Oh,
all right. Well, Theo, you know what that means.
I got to do it again.
Yeah, I have to do it again. Are you ready, Anderson?
Yeah, we're rolling.
All right, here we go.
All right. 14-9, immediately 2. What you gonna do? Mexican musicians breaking it down on Ace's accordion. Countdown.
All right. See, I'll tell you what, that's going to work as a placeholder until we find a decent song. No, that's awesome, buddy. I wish we had something. I wish we had
to offer him in return.
I wish we had windbreakers or just paperweights or anything on this program that we could actually send out after 20 years.
Coming to Los Angeles?
Here's what you can do. If you end up making the cartoon with the Chief Thunder Bear, then I can write the theme song for that.
All right, buddy. All right, and whenever you're going to be out in L.A. next, you come by and see us. All right?
If I took you seriously on that, you'd see me soon.
Well, come on out. We'll treat you like a king.
All right, consider it done.
All right, Theo. We got to move out to Virginia. We'll miss him.
Treat him like a king. You'll let him sit in this booth here for 2 hours.
You can watch me get coffee in my sweatpants.
Right.
Excellent.
Your slippers.
My slippers, and argue with Drew going down the hall, complaining about something that probably we were just talking about on the air. All right, where are we, Drew?
Here you go.
What's going on?
You want to do? We have to play Ace's Ranchero now.
Well, it does seem like it's begging for it.
Nancy had something to add to the game, I think.
All right. Nancy?
Yes?
What's up?
Oh, I found this great band that you guys might like and use for your Ace's accordion countdown.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're called El Gran Silencio, and they're not really completely ranchero music, but they add elements of like ska and rock and...
Wow, they're called what? What are they called?
Silencio.
The Big Silence?
The Big Silence?
No, the Great Silence, El Gran Silencio.
No, Grand. Oh, Grand's not big. It's great.
Yeah, they're really, really good. You guys should check them out.
Oh, okay.
And they have accordion, they have the trumpets and everything, but they add like everything to it.
Okay.
Chris, get on that. Find out. Thank you,
Nancy. That's not going to work, though. We need super traditional ranchero music.
Well, maybe this will be interesting.
Drew, stop stop eating nuts.
All right.
All right. Chris, do you have any ranchero music on?
Or Anderson, he's got it, right?
Well, Anderson gets it off a different source, and sometimes it's not always ready, and it sounds crappier. It sounds better.
Better music. I really am
You're
transported
clinging to that. It's the same crappy music, whether Anderson plays it or Chris plays it.
Yesterday you liked the Anderson's music, so...
Yeah.
That's stupid, Drew.
Oh, come on. How can you argue with that?
I'm going to argue with it when Chris cues his crap up. We should actually have dueling ranchero music if you really want to kill yourself. Let's try playing them. Can we play them simultaneously? That would be a fate worse than death.
I bet it would sound normal.
Really? It might just come around.
Well, they all sound like the exact same song. So if you
how dare you make fun of ranchero music, Anderson?
I am offended.
Yeah. Let me explain something. You know when bands that are cover bands say, "Oh no, we're not a cover band, we're a tribute band."
Yes.
That's what this is.
Yes.
This is not to make fun. Yeah, this is not to make
tribute.
We're not trying to make fun of ranchero music. This is tribute to ranchero music.
Tribute to the stuff that comes out of like horses' asses?
No, Anderson.
Anderson.
Wow. Gentlemen, please.
This has got to hurt. This is a whole brand of music. How would you like it if a guy with a giant guitar and a huge hat and a crazy vest that was too tight for him made fun of your music? Your precious
filmmaking.
Your Radiohead.
Your filmmaking,
and
too.
Your other
Radiohead
bands.
No.
Yes. Your highfalutin bands.
I exclusively ranchero music.
I will say that ranchero music is just as valid as classical, jazz, or any other form, and it's probably arguably influenced more performers.
Historically more relevant.
Thank you. Now, what do you got there, Chris?
Think of all the construction that's been inspired by that music.
Oh my God!
On.
This country
city was built on it.
This city was built
on
the beat of ranchero music. Yeah. All right, play a little there, Anderson, and we'll get Chris playing. We'll see how it sounds together because they may cancel each other up. Yeah. Now, by the way, this is what it sounds like when I get between the stucco guys who are working on one side of the house and the guys who are doing the cinder block wall on the other side of the house. So it's when you get in that sweet spot right in the border where your right ear is hearing the ranchero music out of the cinder block guys. Your left ear is hearing it after the stucco guys.
And what's your reaction?
Well, it doesn't sound worse, I can tell you that, which may not be a bad sign. Wow. All right.
Sounded a little better.
It actually sounds a little better. All right.
How dare both of you? I'm offended.
You're right.
You're
right, Drew.
I'm just saying.
It's an homage.
Just saying.
Please. Claire?
Yeah, but still.
Claire?
Hello. Yes.
What's happening?
Okay, I have a question for you. I have been married for going on 7 years now to a man. And he's like the first real male relationship I've ever had.
What is what do you mean? What about explain yourself?
Yeah, real.
Let's see. My very first relationship, if you want to call it a relationship, I was 7 years old, and it was with a girl for 8 years.
Well, that's not a 7. You mean somebody was sexually abusing you when you were 7?
No, I was with the girl. She was 8. I was 7. We were together having foreplay and oral sex together.
Yeah, Claire, that's a child sexually abusing you. Child-on-child sexual abuse is rather common. And when an adult gets their hands on a child...
How dare you? They were in love.
Yeah, when an adult gets their hands on a child, the child will then do those things to other children. That is a form of sexual abuse that you were being sort of subjected to.
How dare you undermine what they had?
I know, but that's what happens, Claire.
Okay, but I was...
So you were sexually abused.
8 years.
You were sexually abused by a peer for many, many years as a child.
Ooh.
Okay. And then my next relationship was also with a girl.
Yeah. Of course, that's how it
She was
goes.
killed by a drunk driver, or else we would probably still be together to this day.
Wow. Ooh.
Now, did the drunk driver just hit him in the car, or did they actually just get out of the car and shoot him?
No, he was driving a semi-truck, and he was doing 85 miles an hour down a 30-mile-per-hour road. Ran a red light and T-boned her truck, and it killed her instantly. It actually decapitated her because of how hard he hit her.
Hold on one second. Oh, by the way, you don't have to do the decapitation math. Friends, what was her head not attached very well? It just rolled off, or no? He was driving a semi, doing 85.
No, I think he said she was driving the semi. That's what I was trying to figure out.
No, she was in the intersection. He was going 85 and a 30
with a semi, 85 and a 30.
Well, 60, good enough.
60 and a 30,
good enough.
Semi.
He ran a red light. He T-boned her and decapitated her.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, wouldn't it be ironic if you were killed by a drunk driver who wasn't actually in their car?
We
They
got out and
broke
shot
your
you.
house drunk and just shot you.
It happens, I'm sure.
It would take a long explanation every time you did it.
Killed by a drunk driver. But listen to the deal. 85 mile T-bone vaporizes your car.
That's right. All right. That's what happened.
Yeah.
She was killed. All right. And Claire sounds kind of butch and kind of angry. And it doesn't sound like a kind of gal who'd want to be with a guy.
Well, she
married a guy. Is she married to the guy, or is she just with him? Are you married to this guy?
Yes, I am married to this guy. He was my best friend before we got married.
Okay, why did you make the move over to Lads if you'd been with the Lasses all these years?
I really don't know. I just completely fell head over heels for him.
Really?
And we went on one date. We both completely broke our rules on that one date, and I moved in with him 3 days later. And we have been together ever since. And we have 2 children.
Drew's rules, Drew's first date rules is never buy lobster, always get a BJ.
Well, he's not a BJ, that's for
He
sure.
actually wore it on a laminated wristband like quarterbacks wear in the NFL. I would check it. That's surf and turf. Hold on.
I actually had an audible for that.
Oh, really? You would check off at the line. Yeah. So, Claire, and now you're thinking about women again.
Well, I've always been thinking about women, and he knows that.
All right, he knows it.
We watch the movies together, and we read the magazines together and stuff like that. And he uses that with me during our sex.
He uses what with you?
In order for me to have an orgasm, I have to think about women. If I think about him, it's gone. There is.
All right. Make sure you make that abundantly clear to him next time you guys are in the bedroom.
So what's your question?
I told him that.
I know. I know.
Not true. Him.
No. Please don't tell him that. Please
I
don't tell him.
want to.
Okay, we don't have to. Now you have 2 children.
Yes.
And your family of origin. What's up? Alcohol? What's going on with
abandonment?
That?
Oh my God. My dad left me when I was a year old because he was an alcoholic and a drug addict. And my mom left me when I was a year and a half because she was a serious drug addict.
You're drug addict, abandoned. Okay, all right. So just wholesale abuse.
Drug addict, abandoned, sexually abused by my mom's boyfriend.
Claire, you've had every possible disaster.
Yeah.
Trauma, every trauma.
If it happens, it probably happened to me.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. Now, here's the whole thing, Claire. Although we could tell most of these things happen to you by the sound of your voice, you sound like you're relatively stable.
You're holding it together, yeah.
For someone who's been through what you've been through.
It's interesting, almost like that relationship with the girl kept her patched together for a while.
Yeah.
Having a relationship, even though I understand it, you conceived of it as something different than it was, it probably kept you pieced together a little bit.
Yeah.
Here's the
God, I went through like 4 years of anger management, and I've seen like 22 therapists. My doctor now even is trying to get me mentally stable because I'm bipolar.
Yeah, I get the bipolar. You're a little manicky right now.
All right, Claire. Let me explain to you what the truth is.
Okay, go for
You ready?
it.
And please understand, I'm a genius. You are always going to have thoughts about going a different direction. You have a fantasy that if you're with a woman, somehow things would straighten itself out. You would feel better. You will never feel better. Because of your past, there'll always be a part of you that's a little uncomfortable in the current relationship you're in.
Uncomfortable in anything comfortable.
Thank you. You have 2 kids.
Yes.
This guy's a good guy.
Oh, he's wonderful.
Stop reading the chick magazines. This whole, your relationship satisfies your every need doesn't work that way. You end up getting in a relationship that works, but there's always a shortcoming in this department or that department. That's fine. You work at it. Good. You got a guy. Stay with him.
Keep it simple.
Focus on your
simple,
kids.
Simple.
Have your fantasies. Don't act them out. Focus on the kids. No more kids. Stay in therapy. Fine. Your impulse is going to be to make trouble.
Yeah.
Don't
She's
listen
all right.
to
She's
it.
okay.
You're
and
stable.
Take your meds.
Don't move.
Get the meds stabilized. Because the bipolar, you can feel it pushing through there, can't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And it'd be nice if someone put a bullet in your dad's head.
He's gone, right?
Well, someone's dead, but then the stepdad, whoever did the sexual abusing, really.
Don't you get the sense of that relationship with the little girl she had kept her connected as a human being? Kept her sort of as bad as traumatizing as that can be.
Yeah,
it worked for them somehow.
All right,
that's my sense anyway.
All right, let's. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this.
Call Love 1-800-LOVE-191.
Can I get pregnant if I do it? You get addicted to aspirin? Sure, it's 1-8. Right, that's pretty accurate.
LoveLine. Be right back.
Hey, everybody, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Drew just threatened me with a scalpel, everybody. So just go get a scalpel, come in here, and I'll do it. You heard him, Chris, right? Is that what he said?
Give me 3 seconds, I'll get it done.
That's right.
I got a
big old cyst on his neck.
Something on the back of my neck. I don't know. It's like ingrown hair.
I don't know what it was. It's a cyst now.
Well, how does something turn into a cyst?
It's either a gland that gets walled off and just starts expanding, or
you got glands in the back of your neck?
Sure.
Where don't you have glands? I'm moving there. I'm moving to Glanville, anti-Glanville. All right, so it starts as like, here's why I'm suspicious with the ingrown hair. It's right at the point where
give me a needle. Let's do it now.
Listen, Chris,
give me a needle. Oh, he's upset. What do you mean?
Chris can't find his belly button. You think he's going to find a needle? And find a needle.
We're going to do this.
And believe me,
and some paper towels.
Okay, please go at it. It's just it's driving me insane.
I'll take care of it.
Here's the thing. It's right at the line where when the barber buzzes your neck and gives you the buzz, cleans up the neck, so to speak. Drew, do you even get that, by the way? Or are you so hairless that they don't even clean up your neck?
They actually use a blade on that.
Straight edge?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah,
they clean up your neck. They'll buzz it around the back, and when the hair comes back, sometimes it'll get a little stubbly. Like where I got a little bump on my belly where I had my hernia surgery and they shaved my belly off. It comes back like a bikini line or something. Anyway, point is I got some kind of zinger back there. I'm going on week 3. It's driving me insane. I can't see it. I can't get to it. Now, normally I'm a surgeon. I drop that pin, I lance something, I drop it right in, I drain that thing right out. But my stuff is tough. I mean, my stuff don't come easy. You got to work it. You got to work it hard, and you can't just press on it. You got to cut it. So if we get a pin, Drew, you drop it in the back of my neck, we'll get this thing out. But you know what? I wouldn't be as confident as you are right now. You're very confident, Drew. Remember when you tried to drain my palm?
Yeah, that wasn't fun.
That was painful for me and painful, humiliating for you.
Yeah.
It didn't work. Now, did it?
Well, I kind of know what I'm getting into here.
Okay. Feel like you do. Producer Ann is looking at
I
Pin.
don't know.
Here's what here's
I didn't see
my
Ann go
guess.
running.
I saw her get up and move.
Oh, okay.
Now she's entering the studio.
She's actually delighted by this.
Now I know what.
Tack.
All right, let me see. No, that's good. No, I was about to predict we're going to get something that's not quite what we need, but close enough, which is that's the disaster. That's like jumping out of a plane with, it's not quite a parachute, but yeah, I'm getting some paper towels. And all right, there you go. Here's a tack. And we need some light, too. Turn the light up, Drew. And please, get something out of there. It's been bothering me now for 3 weeks. I'm going to take some calls. Wow. Ann's got some paper towels. Got a little wet nap. A little alcohol on there. Now, the white thing you see on there, Drew, is just dried skin. That's what I'm saying. Drew's now putting it into the hole in the back of my neck. All right. That's going on there, Drew.
Hold on.
You don't got a mic, but tell me.
Nothing's happening yet.
Yeah. All right, Drew is now.
The paper towels.
You want the paper towels? All right, Drew is working on the carbuncle on the back of my neck. Now, see, hold on a second, Drew. Now, hold on. Now, see, what was on there was a little piece of dried skin that you thought was like a white cap, right?
I think I'm in.
You think you're in?
Let's see.
All right. All right. If it hits my brain, you tell me.
Yeah, I got it.
Anything coming?
Oh, yeah.
Not white.
Yeah.
White?
Toothpaste.
Get it, baby. Go, you bastard. Swear to Christ, I'm going to get a divorce. We're getting married, Drew. I told my wife, I said, would you go at this thing? You know what I yelled at her? I said, what kind of chick doesn't want to go at a man's zit on his back? You know? And no? Hold on. Drew, what are you doing with the pin? I thought it came.
Opening up a little further because it only came partially.
Let me see what you got. You got? Ow! Ow!
Hold on. Relax.
What do you got? Relax. You're drilling into my spine. What do you got? Let me see the white. I don't trust you.
It's just a little bit.
Yeah. Chris, you see anything? No. Did you see anything before? Ow. Ow. Do you have to hit me or can you just wipe it off? Hold on a second.
You're moving, for God's
I'm moving. You got to stop. Now, what did you get?
A little bit of white.
A little bit of white. Or is it
toothpaste?
A little toothpaste or was it just dried skin?
No, it was toothpaste.
You sure you got something?
Blood's coming out of it now.
Well, I know blood's coming out. Anytime you bore into a man's neck, blood will finish. Like if he took like a sprinkler key and stabbed me in the neck, it would have.
You and I have been having sex.
All right, let's go. Let's go. Get it going there. All right.
Some calls.
All right, I'm going to take some calls. Drew is taking a pin, by the way, a thumbtack that producer Ann produced.
That's pretty serious.
And that's producing, by the way. You get a thumbtack in here. I got an ingrown hair or something in the back of my neck. Drew is going at it. He swears it's going to pop. Ow! I'm telling him it's not.
Take some calls. Get your mind.
I don't. Yeah, I might just fall asleep if I don't go to the phone. Drew's drilling a hole into my spine.
Maybe you need some Vicodin.
Nell, ow! You're 20?
I am 20.
All right. What's up, baby doll?
This thing needs to be completely.
Oh, a while ago, I think it was over a month ago, a girl asked how she could give her boyfriend better head.
Mm-hmm.
And you and Dr. Drew told her to take, whenever she brushes her teeth, to brush further back on her tongue.
Oh, really? Yeah, that does that. Drew just endorsed that, but
I did not say that.
maybe Drew didn't say it. I probably said that helps you with the gag reflex a little bit if you can get that thing.
Yeah.
Speaking of head, Drew's giving me neck right now. Yeah,
I did, and it actually helped me a lot. I can take more of my boyfriend in now.
Really?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So I thank you very much for that.
Oh, well,
but I was actually wondering if it's bad for your gag reflex at all.
Well, I'm trying to think, and Drew, I know you're absorbed in my neck buckle right now, but what about the gag reflex? Obviously, it's something that God gave you.
Well, I mean, like after I had started doing it, because it started, I can't think of it, but it worked within a week. You know, and I could take more of them in then, but I got really wasted after that, and then I had to throw up, and I couldn't throw up as easily as I normally would have.
So you started brushing your tongue. You started brushing back of your tongue and getting down in there. It softened up your gag reflex. But then after a hard night of partying, when you got the spins, you couldn't just put your pinky down your throat and heave because you'd worked on your gag reflex.
Exactly.
Well, let me tell you, it's something. Let me tell you something. As Drew says, no free lunch in nature. Yes, Drew?
That's correct.
That's correct.
This thing needs to be excited solid.
All right. Okay. All right. Good times there. Now, what did I get done? What did I say to you, Drew?
There was a little core in it.
No.
Yeah, there was.
I told it. Listen, 10 minutes ago, you said if you gave me a pin, it would come out. What did I say?
Impossible.
Impossible.
But I think.
What is that on my neck, and how come I've been living with it for 3 weeks? What's going on? If it's a zit, like, here's what I want to scream at my neck. Show yourself. If you're a zit, come on.
No, it's
bring it.
It's like a solid cyst. It's like a bunch of glandular material in there.
What do you do with it?
It may what I just did may make it go away.
Or I may die in my sleep.
You might. That's the other possibility.
That's actually more probable that I die in my sleep.
No,
tonight.
it may because I disrupted the architecture there.
Yeah, you could have just hit me with a slipper. Would have done the same. Disrupted the architecture. You stabbed me.
But it may also
you
reform and need to be actually cut out with a knife. Like I said, knife. Yeah, it's not one of the things you can listen. I explored all around there with that needle.
Oh, see, I'll tell you, you give me some Oxy-10 and a sewing needle.
No.
I can. There's nothing I can do a heart transplant with some Oxy-10 and a sewing needle. Do you understand? I can separate conjoined twins.
You could probably
bring me some twins from Guatemala that are joined at the skull.
You saw Dateline tonight?
Yes. Give me a pin and some Oxy-10. I will fix those girls. They will lead normal lives. Do you understand?
By the way, that story about the twins.
Yeah.
What's the outcome they're alluding to with those two?
I watched Dateline tonight along with Drew, and I fast forwarded through the twins because here's the whole thing with me. Conjoined twins, stuck together at the hip. I can stomach. Stuck together at the head is tough. I can't watch it. And it's like stuck together at the hip, tough to watch, but can make my way through it. Stuck together at the head, not going to make it.
They're severely neurologically impaired. I mean, they're going to look forward to a life of maybe ambulating, maybe talking.
Well, in the country they're from, they'll probably be president and chancellor.
But the point is,
they don't need it. What are they doing?
The implication was in the story.
Where are they from?
They're on their way to recovery. They're going to be like, they'll be riding their bike.
Where are they from?
Guatemala.
What are they going to do? They hang out and have babies. Chase chickens around. That's all they do in those countries, Drew. They're not doing anything. That's fine.
Good times.
You need a brain. Just hang out. They have it better than we do. Take naps. They relax. And by the way, on anyone's terror list,
hammocks.
They're going to go blow up a few cinder blocked houses with thatch roofs and a hammock or two.
By the way, to switch topics, that terror thing, I just keep hearing city building, city court building, city court building. That's the one they're going for. I just know it.
Well, why are they talking about it?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, they're not going to do it now that we're aware of it, are they?
I don't think.
You're talking about the city court building in Manhattan.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone who's been to the city court building in Manhattan realizes when you stand out on the sidewalk that what it looks like is a chair with 3 legs.
Right.
And it basically looks like if you can pop that third leg, that chair's coming.
Right. And that's what I keep hearing. That's how
that is one hell of a chair. Yeah. And that chair may catch a couple other chairs on the way down.
And Fifth Avenue while it's there.
And it looks like, it's really... It's a marvel of engineering when you stand under and you look up 12 stories and you're looking at the bottom of the first floor essentially, and like I said, just one stilt holding up the whole south side of the building or whatever it is.
Right. I mean, isn't that if you were okay to it, is that the one you'd go for?
It seems like a Ryder truck with just a little manure in it, double parked at the right spot, would take out that thing and bring it down. On the other hand, as they've learned with the trade centers and their car bombs, these buildings were engineered more so for those sorts of events and less so for stuff like, jet fuel burning, melting I-beams and causing a pancake effect of the floors. They are meant for serious winds. They're made for hurricane type forces, made for earthquakes and natural anomalies and things like that. So structurally, it's like bones it's like your bones not breaking, but acid. You're not made for acid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And then the jet fuel was the acid.
Right.
And nobody made anything for it. They were meant to withstand the force of an airplane, but not the hundreds and thousands of gallons of burning fuel, which ended up taking them down. So the bomb, and you realize the first World Trade Center bomb was a fairly significant bomb. I mean, it took out a couple levels of parking.
Like
I mean,
12 levels or something crazy.
It's as much bomb as you could squeeze into a panel truck, basically. Barely move barely rock the building. Didn't do any damage to any of the floors. So I'm not so sure, even though it looks very tempting, I'm not positive if that building would even come down necessarily if that...
But they'll be thinking about melting steel and stuff this time.
One would assume. All right. Here's the point.
That upbeat note.
We can't judge.
Everyone's good.
All cultures are the same.
They're all good.
And we should embrace every culture and every religion. And they're all the same, and everything's... And there's no judging. Zero judging, because everyone's right.
Can't judge.
And listen, if everyone's not right, then everyone's wrong. World War II, everyone right. World War I, everyone right. Civil War, North, South, both right. Can't judge. All the same. All right? Always remember that, everyone. Always remember you cannot judge, and therefore you should never do anything. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
1-800-LOVE-191.
LoveLine will be right back.
Hey, buddy, LoveLine. I gotta tell you what, boy. I tell you what. 8:31 after 8 o'clock. I tell you what, Dr. Drew over there, Adam Grohl over here. Today's husband checking in weather. Coming into weather traffic coming up 61 degrees Agora Hills, Alhambra 61 degrees, Arcadia checking in 61, Baldwin Park 61, Bellflower 61, Carson 61, Cerritos 61, Cudahy checking in 61 degrees, Downey 61, Duarte 61, hey, warm 61, Hawthorne, Inglewood checking in 61, La Cañada, Flint Ridge area checking in 61, La Mirada, Drew, what do you think?
Breezy, 61.
61 degrees, southwest 4 knots. 61 degrees, La Puente, 61 Lancaster, Lawndale, 61 Lomita, 61 Linwood, 61 Monrovia, 61 Montebello, 61 degrees. Pico Rivera checking in, 61 degrees. San Gabriel, 61. Santa Fe Springs, 61 degrees. Sierra Madre, 61. Southgate, 61. Torrance, 61. Furnace, 61. Well, 61. 61 degrees. And now it's time to get a little traffic. And I'll tell you what, Drew, you drive in anymore? It wasn't easy. 31 after 8 o'clock. 29 away from top of the hour. News, weather, and traffic coming up at the top of the hour. Drew, you coming in today?
A lot of brake lights.
A lot of brake lights. Look out for brake lights. Slow and go on the 405. Look out for brake lights. Traffic and lanes.
Couldn't get through the 4 level.
Could not get through the 4 level. Look out for brake lights. I'll tell you what. Watch out. There's a guy. I'll tell you, once in a while it gets really morbid, but the guys just power through it. Fuel carrying truck, 18-wheeler carrying jet fuel collided with a moped. Had a guy Down syndrome driving. They're cleaning that up. That's on the 101. They bring up these like carnage, you know what I mean? Like picturing body parts spread around.
Hopefully CHP have that cleared up soon.
Guy on a motorcycle collided with 3 Humvees. Hoping he's going to cleaning that up. That's on the forum. I like when they focus on the traffic portion of the tragedy.
Right.
Jet fuel all over the 4 level. The guy at the moped was trapped amongst it and evidently was ignited. So look out for delays. If you're coming in, you may want to get off the 405. Take Sepulveda along there. Sort of a guy's on fire in the middle of the freeway. So we got that. They got a medevac helicopter landing on there. Agora checking in 61 degrees. All right, Drew, you ready to get back on the phones? I'll tell you what. Weather, traffic.
The warning for high-profile vehicles, gusts in the past.
Now the news. I'll tell you what, I got to get to the news. Oh, gee, unrest in the Middle East. Trouble in the Middle East. There's trouble in the Middle East. Unrest in the Middle East. Stay tuned, though, for news, traffic, and the weather. 8:31 after 8 o'clock. 29 away from the top of the hour. When we get to the top of the hour, maybe they'll have the old Middle East thing taken care of. May not be trouble in the Middle East. Unrest in the Middle East.
There will be some traffic.
There'll be traffic coming up. I'll tell you, the 405. Look out for brake lights. Traffic in lanes. Here we go. Ready to hop back on the phones, Drew?
Here we go.
First, quick quick shot of the weather. Quick look at the weather. There's 61 Downey, 61 Duarte. All right. Santa Monica checking in at 61 degrees. You ready?
I'm ready.
Ready to hop back on the phone?
Here we go.
61 degrees, everybody. Dress appropriately. Here we go. Back to the phones. Go talk to Chris. Look out for brake lights on the 405. Slow going on the way into work. A lot of people commute out in the Southern California area aren't used to seeing the traffic and brake lights. Watch out. Slow and go. I like once in a while when they add a little something. Stay cool out there. Relax. You know, little piece of their own. Just little homespun philosophy for you to take with you into the job.
Yeah.
Just
good,
give it cool. Give them a break. Chris.
Yes.
18?
Yes.
What's that?
I just recently got my penis pierced.
Penis pierced, Irwindale 61.
Why?
Just because it was my birthday and I just wanted to get it done.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Just because you thought it looks cool or what?
No, it's just I just wanted to see the big hype was, and it's not really that big.
No, I mean, it just, it feels just like you'd think it would feel when somebody sticks a spear through your penis, in your urethra and out the base of your penis.
Well, I didn't do that. I just got like the foreskin pierced.
Foreskin?
So it's just a little ring, earring, foreskin ring.
You pansy. Poser. Hell, anyone could do that.
I just want to know, like, having a penis piercing, can it, like, increase...
Hold on. Let me say this. I got a question. For the penis, they got to do, they got the big long barbs that go through the urethra and stuff. But if you just get the urethra, the foreskin pierced.
Prepuce.
Right. Yeah, prepuce pierced. Just like you would do the lobe of your ear. With the earlobe thing, they'll have that gun down at the mall. Pop.
Yeah, I mean, with the prepuce, they pull ice on there.
No, I'm just saying. Can they just give you the gun?
Probably.
Did they use the gun on you?
No, it's just straight needle.
Okay. All right.
Well, I want to know,
and by the way, I don't know why, but somehow doing the foreskin for the person who's doing it is more grotesque in its own bizarre way.
The spear through the urethra?
Yeah, I don't know why, but you know why? Because the spear through the urethra almost feels like a procedure.
Right.
Whereas the foreskin just seems like...
You're handling a penis.
This is something you do at sleepaway camp when you're 13 and you're just fagging off with the guy in the bunk above you. This is just bizarre, like, sexual ritual, gay sexuality here.
Is it gay?
Chris, are you gay?
No.
You are now. Who did this for you? Was it a guy?
It was a girl.
It was a girl.
Actually,
and
girl.
she pulled your foreskin out and iced it up, or what'd she do?
Well, yeah, what she did, they pull it out and they ice it up, and she was wearing the surgical gloves and everything. And then kind of what she did, she pushed in the needle with her thumb while she was holding the other side with her 2 fingers.
Mm-hmm. And just pushed it through her fingers.
Yeah, she was like...
I know everyone's a mess at these places, so, normal rules don't apply. But if you're this chick's husband or boyfriend, and she's just sort of handling dongs all day...
How about the guys doing the vaginal piercing?
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. All right, so now you have, what, a stud or hoop?
No, I just have a hoop with the ball in it. That's it.
Well, by the way, Adam, I mean, how dare you? These people are trained, licensed. Of course, our government would not allow people to handle body parts, intimate parts, and push needles and barbs and spears through them, unless they were carefully licensed and carefully monitored. And, OSHA gets involved in every aspect of every business.
I know.
So, of course, they're involved with this one.
I don't understand how that works, because Drew tries to run himself a little... doctoring business, and OSHA and FEMA and everything that ends with an A is up his ass as far as the government goes. You can...
And every attorney and every liability and every insurance necessary.
Yeah, you have 70 years of college, and you have to have $4 billion worth of insurance.
Yes.
How can a place open where you have basically guys that are high on, they're on methadone, they dropped out of junior college, and they've botched a few piercings and tats on themselves. They're going at going at your labia.
If you have an untoward experience, some sort of bacteria gets introduced. There's bacteria in the environment. You can get the flesh-eating bacteria going on your penis. You can do it. No problem.
Well, anyway, Chris. So your question was, you want to know if you can use condoms?
Yes, I want to know.
All right, do they have that?
They have reinforced condoms. You can usually get them from the piercing shops. Also, I think the magnums are sort of tapered towards the tip, so the Trojan Magnum, so you can.
Bellflower checking in, 61 Carson, 61 Cerrito, 61 Cudahy, 61 La Mirada checking in, 60. I always looked at checking in part, checking in. Hi, I'm from La Mirada. Yeah, I'm outside. I'm looking at a thermometer. It's about 61.
Oh, good.
Okay, I'll call you back in 20. Well, no, okay, if nothing changes, I won't. All right, we'll talk. Yeah, they're checking in. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back after this.
All right, guys, here's the deal. You looking to hook up, sick of wasting time with the wrong person?
One call's all you need to make.
Call the Dateline. 877-889-DATE.
Call the Dateline.
1-800-CALL-LOVELINE. Love 191.
Call LoveLine.
Well, there you go. 2 fabulous hours of the best of LoveLine. So, until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
This has been LoveLine. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for LoveLine is Ann Ingold. LoveLine is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.